Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. What's poppin'? This time around, by the title, you all know I'm doing something different, and I take in front just to make sure I don't screw it up now by doing an eye off camera. So we're gonna jump into this one right here. I'm using Bisque as well as medium Bisque, medium beige from LA Girl to set my eyes. The reason why I'm mixing it is so that I don't look too bright now. I add a little bit of beige, medium beige. Now I'm gonna add Bisque. Then I'm gonna take my blending brush and set it. We know that popular meme, Valentine's is coming. Where's your boyfriend? You are sitting at home lonely, and that may be some of your, I'm so sorry, virtual hugs. But let me tell you, I used to be rocking Valentine's by myself for a while, and whenever it was Valentine's, I used to treat myself, okay? Since my eyes done set, I'm reaching for my Morphe 39E to get the black shade. So I'm gonna use the black eyeshadow from the palette. This is it right here, to give the outline of the heart that you see here. So it's still Valentine's, but it's anti-Valentine's, as we have a lot of grunge colors happening here. This is the tip of my brush that I'm using to give that outline. Listen to me. Have some behavior on this table, please. I need to talk to them brushes. Gosh, they're all over the place. Alright, so we're doing this again. Taking my mirror. Now I had to go back. I want to make sure it's even. Want to make sure it's looking equal. Want to make sure it's looking like if we measure it with our ruler now. So to do so, I'm going to be looking at the other one a lot. So what I did was stamp down a bit of an outline, so like kind of like a stencil, somewhat thingamajig, you know, the dotted lines kind of vibes. Yeah. Then I'm gonna start connecting the dotted lines that we put here. As I was telling you guys, I spent a couple of Valentine's single, alone or whatever, and it was fine. I had my little bottle of non-alcoholic because I mean, you get really working for no kind of money, but I still want to treat myself, you know. You know, non-alcoholic does be for like $40, $30. And I buy myself Cadbury because I love Cadbury. And I love strawberries, so I would buy myself a little container of strawberries. Listen. And that's me for Valentine's, you know. Oh, you guys, I forgot to mention that I get cookies as well. You know, I get me some nice little chocolate chip cookies. So I get cookies, I get chocolate, I get non-alcoholic, and I get strawberries. You can speak to me? You have to treat yourself good before anybody can treat you good, boo. Alright, moving on. I blended out the black a little bit. That's why I'm looking a little tech dory. The next thing I do is take this flat brush. This is what the flat brush looks like, and I am going to go back into the same Dare to Create palette. That is this shade right here, and I pack that on the outskirts of the black. Okay, all right. So I just always treat myself for Valentine's Day because I think I deserve it. I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making sure to keep this shade really, really tight. I definitely look for a really cute romance, and I watch a romance. If I'm not feeling to cry, I go watch something else. No? Still organize myself a little movies and sing. Sometimes too, I tend to get chocolate for my family. I buy like a large pack of chocolate and share it up. Be like, okay, here, piece for you, little half for you. Here, mommy, here, daddy, siblings, blah, blah, blah. My dad too tend to get us Charles chocolate. I don't know if it's because our name is Charles. This man just buy Charles chocolate for everybody. And every man just gets a Charles chocolate. I don't know if that's going to be the situation this year though, but he does that. The next shade I'm going to add is this one. So the last shade I added was right here. Now I'm moving on to this shade, and I'm taking it at the edge of this pencil brush that I have here from Selfish Cosmetics. Just gonna take it on the tip, and then I'm going to add it right out there. So if it is that you're single, or even you don't even have to be single, share with me in the comments and let me know what is it that you used to do, or what is it that you do when you're single on Valentine's Day. Or do you have a Galentine's Day? Like, listen to me, I think I learned about this Galentine's thing late, really though. Do you have like a Galentine's thing with your girls? Let me know in the comments, I really want to know. To be honest, I've never had a Galentine's because I didn't know it existed for a while. And then I just never did anything. I would usually be home, you know? Now, we ain't done there. I still go back in with another shade. This time I'm reaching for my Tobaglo Estate Cocoa Edition. Y'all know my code is YEGLOW5 if you want to get some money off when you go on the website and order. Don't worry. All the information in my description. I have all on lock. I'm reaching for this red shade here called Waterfall Road. Don't mind how it's looking. It's still doing the damn thing. I am the reason why it's looking that way. Now I need to go back and forth to make sure, you know, the blending is muy perfecto. Because you have to blend out everything. I mean, this is Anti-Valentine's, but it's not anti-proper makeup now. So make sure I blend the people thing. Now I want to set the rest of my lid as well as to help with blending out that last eyeshadow and everything like that. So to do so, I reach for the transition shades that's in the middle, and I take the first one right here, and that is what I use to set the concealer as well as to blend out that last shade. And I think that was real easy, dog. Fairly simple. And listen, I thought I might have messed it up, Since it's an anti-Valentine's video, I would like for you guys to share like your most terrible Valentine's Day story or something. To be honest, I don't recall having a crappy Valentine's Day. I honestly, I have no recollection of that. But that doesn't mean you never experience it. I mean, let me all enjoy ourselves in the comments. If it is, you know, you have a really funny story, a terrible story about your Valentine's, or I don't know, an ex, significant other, whatever the case is, we're sharing that in the comments. I wanna know. Tell me. Next, I'm going to take Bisque alone, and this is what I'm gonna use to clean up the middle and get my heart looking sharp and crisp. So I feel like this one is bigger than this one, so we're gonna extend it some more away. Last but certainly not the least, where it comes to the eyeshadow, we want to fill in the heart. And I'm actually reaching for my Beige Cosmetics. When they did that collaboration with Collabs, this is like ancient stuff right here. Ancient. I'm actually reaching for this shade. It still have remnants, guys. It's along the walls. What happened is that I hit pan, palette drop, this fell out, that fell out, and that is what I'm putting in the middle here. And you'd want to get a brush that has a really sharp edge so that you can not make any mistakes and mess up your hat. How are you looking, all you? We saying thing or what are your favorite anti-Valentine's movies to watch? We had to talk about things that not romantic. So like Wrong Turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't know, Saw. I know I have a couple of viewers here who don't do anything on Valentine's, whether in or out of relationships. They don't do anything, but what do? Do you treat it like a normal day? What exactly? Oh yeah. And that say I want to try new foundation. Watch me reaching for Revlon Color Stay and putting it on my face. Let me want to see if I can find the next foundation as I have in my position to finish this. I'm coming back. I come back. But well, the time's hard and things getting expensive, so I'll blend it out. But I got the Matte and Poreless by Maybelline Fit Me. This one is in the shade 330, which is Toffee, which is basically the same shade I have in Revlon. Let's see how it looks. Or should I use an orange color corrector to cover this, you know? I didn't study that. I'm gonna use this almond shade concealer. It has a bit of a peachy undertone. I'm going to blend it out right here because I really do not want to remove the scab that I got there. Now, I know I asked you guys to share with me your worst Valentine's story, or even, I don't know, a sucky encounter with a date or something. Listen, I mean, I feel like I've had a sucky encounter with a date. You know, this guy was behind me for us to go out, and then when it is I finally gave him a chance and I decided to go out, I felt like he was real invasive of my privacy, like real coming into my personal space and all of that. And I'm like, yo, this is the first time I'm with you, like why the hell you doing that? Like, back up. It was real. I was very, very annoyed. And literally, we didn't even go anywhere because, to be honest, like I said, I didn't really want to go. I felt like it was too soon in us getting to know each other. And because I was not there emotionally, I real low-key didn't want to go out, and it's only because he was behind me about it I decided to do so. And listen to me, you know where we went? Logos, dog. I know I had to go to the Logos. I really wanted to get some books and stuff, and I was like, yeah, okay, you can come with me. We'll go on the boat and get some books. And yes, I know on the Logos could be a bit tight. That is not where he got into my personal space. He got into my personal space on the side of the road in the city of Port of Spain. That is where I felt like he got into my personal space. If I have any other stories, to be honest, it's not coming to me right now. I do have a story where I know I hadn't too long come out of a very I don't know, it's complicated sort of relationship. It was always like on again, off again kind of thing. And I had just gotten out of it, and I happened to meet this guy online, right? We moved in similar circles. We had a lot of mutual friends and everything like that. When I met him, we both weren't trying to get with each other. We didn't like each other like that. We just get to know each other, and we was just talking. We would talk like all the time. He hadn't too long come out of a relationship the same way, so he wasn't looking for nothing. I wasn't looking for nothing. But we would spend a lot of time talking with one another. Honestly, since I put on this foundation, I feel like it's something I could probably always wear. Why was I sleeping on this foundation? Was it bias? It must have been bias. So I'm going to highlight with the LA Girl in medium beige. I'm going to jump right in with Bisque for the brighter areas where I add the concealer. But listen, we just clicked. Like, we had that, I guess, I don't know, natural chemistry. What do you call that? And it was just always like a cool vibe when we spoke, and that's why we could talk for like hours. We also had a lot in common, you know? So it was literally just always a cool vibe, and eventually, you know, feelings would start forming. We went out a couple times as well, and all that yada yada yada. Reaching back for the same product, gonna get the black and repeat the process all over again. This time I'm trying to keep my eyes kind of closed now, boy, like this, so that it line up. The base can be spread so, and then the hat come narrow, so nah, be not on that. Like that. I know it looks really, really small, like what is the point? Right, so I did it so that it could be equal-ish on both sides, but this side looking kind of bigger than this one. Let's pretend that's not the case. Take my time and blend out the edges. So as I was saying, you know, all your favorite smallie is vibes. So naturally, you know, when you spend time with someone, unless there's somebody you're really not into, you're gonna start to catch feelings. But you're still low-key fighting it. Guys, if it is enough feeling to go through all of this, it's quite fine. It's quite understandable too, because at this point I'm probably doing the most, but small thing. Now I'm gonna take my big fluffy brush and set the concealer. I'm gonna do it like that. So, back to my story, right? I'm gonna do the usual things and whatever, but be telling the rest of the story. We had really liked each other, well, at least I think so. Actually, let me not jump out myself. I had really started to like him, but I was still real fighting it, because I was like, yo, me ain't come here for this. This is not the plan. What is happening? Blah, blah, blah. He was very expressive of his feelings, especially one time he did come out and really say, you know, I really adore and cherish you and blah, 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 blah. I get a whole speech. And because I was still so hesitant, even though I felt the same way, I didn't say anything. I think there was one time we were talking and he said he felt like he needed to clear the air, or at least get some closure or something like that with his ex. And I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. So he was just like letting me know that he wanted to speak with her. And I was like, sure, whatever. Now, I'm a very confident person within myself, and I'm usually a very, very sure person within myself. So I was like, yeah, no worries, no problem. Dino scene or whatever. And I don't want to say it was after that. I don't know when exactly the conversation happened. I was just informed that, you know, it might happen. It's something that's gonna happen. And I was like, cool, no worries or whatever. But I do know that when I was really coming to that point where I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna say how I feel and see where this thing goes, I think I felt like I wasn't really hearing from him. And then when I did, I think I started going into my speech and he told me that, you know, he's thinking about working things out with his ex. And it took me by surprise because I really was not expecting that. But that was the case, you know. And I played real cool. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I know I did start to tell him how I really feel or whatever, but I reeled it in and I was like, alright, would. Thinking about it now, I feel like, you know, that was a real crappy situation. Or maybe I just had no time in. And in the end, I think it all worked out for everybody's good, you know. So I would say that's my story. I decided to be a little extra and I added some glitter on the lid, so I'm just gonna finish do that on the other eye. The glitter liner that I use is the Ruby Kiss, and then I am topping it off with this City Color Sparkle and Shine glitter. I'm gonna line my lips with Boss and Boujee. This is in the shade Chestnut. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I'm gonna add Entangled onto my lips. I'm super excited about using today's lashes because it's another one from Beauty by Borneo, and this time I'm putting on Rochelle. Rochelle, shout out to you, girl. And then I'm gonna like work it out a little bit, get it to flex as much as possible so it's easy to place on the eye, because I felt like Reina was a bit stiff. So we exercise in Rochelle. The look is finally complete. My battery real low right now, and my memory card also very low right now. So I wasn't able to show you guys how I put on the lashes and everything. But this is the final look. Got some corners from my sister Belle Muse. This puff is from Confidence by BABYGEM. I'm gonna link them in my description. And well, as you know, like I told you, lashes from Beauty by Borneo in the style Rochelle. Will you ever rock this? These lashes are probably the hugest I've ever worn in my entire life. And listen to me, I'm obsessed. I absolutely love it. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this anti-Valentine's Day glam look. Thank you so much for watching. Comment and let me know what was your worst Valentine story or date story or whatever. What do you do when you're single for Valentine's? And let me know how you spend it and everything like that. Otherwise, happy Valentine's Day. All the best to you guys. Keep safe and enjoy yourselves. And remember, you don't need to have a life partner or a significant other to spread love. You can spread love to your family, your friends, your neighborhood, your community, you know? So there are so many ways and there are so many people that need love. And even though this is a day where you show the persons that you love how much you love them, let us take things a step further and show love to persons that we don't usually show love to. So happy Valentine's Day.